Good afternoon, fellow altcoin hardcore traders. May the waves of Bitcoin and altcoins put profits into your account. Today is Friday, the 11th of October. It's going to be a pretty quick live stream because there's just a few things to go over and we really have to wait for direction one way or the other. So before we jump into that, let me brush by the disclaimer and double check that I'm streaming to the right place. Very good. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button if you find this stuff helpful and you're back for second helping. Do it. Do it. Alright, some gentle background music. We're jumping in and we're going to go through our indicator set. Let's just blast through them here. We're looking at the relative strength index on the 12-hour time frame. We're inside the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, sort of in the gray zone of don't know if we're going to do anything and actually should we be getting out of this? Is this just a sideways and then down from here? If the exponential moving average crosses on the 12-hour time frame and we see the relative strength index dropping from here, it is time to release your positions. I do like that we have good volume on this overall. So I'm not releasing the position and saying goodbye and we're done, but let's just date again later. You know what I mean? As this comes back up into a better chart formation, we can look at it again and we will definitely be watching for that. But as I move into the MACD indicator on the 12-hour time frame, we see it's crossing to the negative and crossing to the negative here, sort of in a negative divergence as well. So it makes me stand back from this one a little bit. Going into the Ichimoku cloud, it is crossed to the positive still. We still have a twist to the positive. It's above the cloud, so not all is lost, but nothing pressing right away. Our indicators aren't giving us the big jump in and go. Now if I go back to BCH, it's already kicked off the table because it was bad and it went below these levels, so I don't want to play. Once it gets up above these levels, we can talk again. Going to EOS, and almost done playing with this one too, but we do have higher lows. It is coming up to cross that 200 period moving average there, the yellow line. I like the RSI on this market. Now if I go into the on balance volume for EOS, I've got too many things running in this live stream program. I have to clean it up a little bit now. It's slowing everything down. I don't like the volume profile as well in EOS. Buying here, a little buying here, but not as good as what we just saw in ADA. So ADA keeps my favor. If we go into EOS, we're also seeing this cross much the same. Cross to the negative, cross to the negative. If this crosses back to the positive and we're breaking out, those are confirmation signals that we can use to say, yeah, I'm going to jump onto this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation breakout. But not quite yet. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. Now that you know that spot, you can watch for it yourself and take action when it crosses. Here again in the Ichimoku cloud, it is still positive on the 12-hour time frame. Not bad. Not going to give me juice though until we're up above these levels. Same story. Now Ethereum is interesting because it has been doing a nice upward channel here, but the RSI has been diverging for days. We've been calling this out and now it's broken below these levels. So that is the kind of bear signal I look to see. Anytime that the uptrend of the RSI is broken, it usually coincides with a dump or a move back. So now I got to move into the 4-hour time frame to see, is this crossed to the negative here yet? Because that's one of our first exit stages. If this crosses over, part of me wants to get out of the part of the trade. If the 12-hour crosses over, I want to ditch it entirely and reevaluate it afterwards. So let's go back to the 12-hour time frame to stay consistent today. And now I want to wait for this to load up and go to Ethereum. I like the buying volume on this, so even though it's pulling back, I am not letting go of my trigger. If I had gotten in out of this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, I would have my stop above my entry and I'd be at my stop just below this actually. And I would let it range within here without a worry. I wouldn't even look at it. Like 10 seconds and I'd be done looking at it. Ethereum on the okay, so this is giving us just what I'm not wanting to see, but if I see it, then I'm more bearish. That little pull apart there to the negative as it's breaking these levels, and we're seeing this divergence going on. It's looking more bearish to me, like we're going to pull back. And like I say, none of that pullback to this level would worry me at all. I just like wouldn't sweat it. And I try to trade my position sizes so that there's no reason to sweat. However, this is the first one of the 12-hour time frame Ichimokus that is coming up close to crossing negative. It crossed positive here, we see, but if it crosses negative, I do want to pay attention to it. And then I'm watching for it to be a buy signal on the uptrend as it comes into these levels and switches around. This is going to be a nitro corner right here as it comes back and it makes a formation and takes off. We're going to see all of our indicators really diverging from here, and we're going to get a nitro moment built up here. And I can't wait to record a nitro moment on the live stream. Litecoin, I'm not so happy with and haven't been for a little bit here. It's got this divergence that's been standing out for a while. The RSI is pulled back to a healthy spot that if it holds here and builds some structure and goes up, this could be the turnaround for Litecoin, but it's not right now. It's just hold on to your horses. Litecoin's buying volume also kind of pathetic. As I come into this each day, and I have big hopes for Litecoin, and this is not helping. Not at all. Let's go into Litecoin on the MACD indicator because the news will be here. And it is bad news for bulls. This is a cross to the negative, another cross to the negative, so it could turn around quickly. This is no saying that we're laying here flat and we're going down from here, but we're not going up from this moment. That's what this is saying. And in Litecoin, it never did poke above the cloud in the 12-hour time frame, so we have lots of time to wait for this one to set itself up. Nothing doing. Tron, I've been more happy with. I caught a good little move out of this, and I dumped it just at the right time there. Sometimes I'm lucky, but now I'm watching for these specific things. And I'm also watching for this to hold itself at these levels and give us this divergence. As this is coming up now, I'm watching for this to be bullish right off of this. And let's go into the volume, because I know when we switch over and this loads up to Tron, the volume pattern is very nice. This is really beautiful. And if we're zooming in on the shorter time frame and we're watching this volume picking up as we are taking off from these levels, that's very good. If this is pulling, for my own part, coming back to these levels would be normal, natural panic, and it might be a place to be watching for nabbing a spot if it does come back into those areas, but looking pretty positive from here. How about our Ichimoku cloud on the 12-hour time frame? This is the, wait a second now, this is the MACD, and it's crossing to the negative just like the rest of them. So I can't be as strong and positive about that spot until this crosses to the positive. That just kicks like wet sand on. And here we go, that's better. So if the 4-hour crosses to the positive and drags our 12-hour to the positive, then I'm happy. Then I'm good. Then I'm even more happy, actually. Then I'm really excited about this. And we're talking about a nitro corner right there. TRX. And like the percentage gains on TRX are amazing too, because it's such a little, it goes up 1 Satoshi and you made 0.5% on your trade. It's crazy. And this little bottom formation, after it's done the moves that it's done in the past, is like, it makes me lose sleep. You know, you start to think about where just the shortest little bit here coming up to the 300 Satoshi, this is nothing compared to what it's probably going to do in the next 12 to 18 months. This video will be hilarious to zoom back to and rewatch this video. I want to finish it off with Ripple, then we'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance, and then I am getting back to working on the course quiz material for having people finish our course and graduate any one of our lifetime members who goes back through the course and graduates from that, you're going to get a designation in our Discord chat as a mentor. If you pass that course and you get 80% on all the quizzes, then you're going to get special status in our chat, because you will be able to help people understand some of the more than just the information, because information is everywhere. It's taking this information and putting it into a sequence so that it can transform the way you're trading. Now that's the difference. So now this looks like it's pulling back a little bit to me, but if we're picking up a little bit off of this level, then I want to see the rest of them, because this could be a nitro corner, and I'm not sure yet. Let's zoom in now to the volume for Ripple, and as we're seeing here, it's got buying volume but less buying volume on this next top, so I kind of almost need to see the volume breaking above these levels as the prices are coming up in order to confirm. Other than that, if it's coming up and we got weak volume here, then I'm just not as excited. And then it's not the nitro corner yet. Then the nitro corner is going to be a little deeper before we're getting everything turning around and showing us that it's just screaming to buy at it. Like, it will. When it's the nitro corner, it'll be unmistakable. Here again, we're looking at the MACD cross to the negative, so it's going to take a bit more time for these to mature. That's why I kind of figured it would be a quick live stream today, because everything's all saying it's close, but not right now. Here on the 12-hour time frame for the Ichimoku cloud, it's also easing off here with the blue and the red line. And if this pulls back and touches into the cloud, here again, it's clarifying where the golden pocket would be, really like the nitro corner would be. And then it's going to give us our trend line that we can, or our parallel channel maybe. Can't wait to see this stuff unfolding. Now, the biggest thing for all of these is, of course, Bitcoin dominance. And you can see, it says it all here on the chart. Red, if it goes above this level, all of the alts are, it's maybe a good time to phase out of the alts if this crosses above this line. If it continues to drop from where it is and come down, all of the alts are really going to be taking off. So, even though that is my sort of general approach because of Bitcoin dominance, that if it goes up this way, I am still watching like crazy for the alts to be taking off. The more it goes, the more I'm watching. So no matter which way it goes, I'm really watching for the alts to be taking off. I may ease back a little bit as it comes up this way, but I'm still watching for those alts to be taking off. And I will go to a market I'm familiar with that I can pull it back to a 1-year view and go back to a time in the past. And it escapes me actually what I was going to bring us back to and review that was so similar to what we're seeing here today. But it just slipped out of my mind, so maybe it'll come up. Let me go back to the chat now and see what's going on. Not much going on here. Hey, Etrada Rituto, good to have you along. So, just a quick review of things. I really didn't prepare for the live stream, and I was going to record it and then upload it, but let's just go through it this way. And should things start to break out higher and take off from where we are, I won't struggle to try to remember what I was going to say there. Should things start to take off from where they are after this Bitcoin reversal, then I'll come back on to the live stream. But more likely, you're going to get updates on the most current information from our Discord chat. So if you're new to the channel and you're just watching along going, what's going on here? Come over to our Discord chat and we'll introduce you to more. And I'll sign off for here. We'll do a better, longer live stream tomorrow on Saturday. But right now, I'm going to head back and be working on our course material over on intro-to-cryptos.ca, my focus for today. I'll sign off and I'll let you guys go for now. See you over on Discord.